morning, my people. How are you today? Today is Wednesday. And yes, I want to introduce it as Lifestyle Wednesday. Lifestyle Wednesday. Lifestyle Wednesday. Nenga muli bulungi. Ngenda bamba nyumiza story ya Noah je twagula yesterday but one. Good morning. Yombia Mark, Mogalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Antonio Random Things VIP, Tusime Eddie, Patrick Rio, Mlababa Boda Ibaita ku pavement, Patrick Rio Farm, Rio Poultry Farm, Pade, Jones Info, Nsereko Stage, Brigitte Kakai, Nathan, Nsereko Stage, Timothy Wodiana, Paul Sema VIP, Nathan, Asimwe Ailon, Chris Da Vinci, Nick Wabui, Katom Muhammad, Travel Live Vlog, Tabita Fahad, Shafiq Lugemwa. How are you, my people? Muna baba boda ibaita ku pavement. Ebi ebintu byonna bina mu safe boda byali badde tebiriiwo. Nenga muli bulungi. Are you okay? We are okay. Even me, I'm okay. Kasitobera nga woli ossa bulungi, toyina kikuluma. Ati kakati eno trade oba oyina kugireka n'etambula neyeegazaanya, then omala naawe ne weekolera ekkubo n'osobola okugiyitako okitegeera. Ne maama tetereera nayo aleka naye aba alina okwekolera ekkubo waliwo abalongoosa. You guys, yesterday I was telling you about how Bombo Road can do. BMW eyo tuvudde Matuga ng'evuga bubi, you remember. Ebadde evuga bubi. Etuyisiriza etuyisiza tetunatuuka Matuga negenda nendowooza kati nali badde nsubira ali Kampala wuuyo tuli naye wano mubadde n'amaaso yiwa BMW. So guys, temupapa bw'oba ovuga ku kkubo, bw'oba oyagala kutuuka mangu keera. Ebintu by'okupapa ovuga ogende ng'oyisa buli kiramu tebikola bambi. Eyo BMW ezeevuga bubi ng'ayisa buli kiramu, ayisiza mu makoona, but you can imagine tutuseebwa ayise we are together. Okitegeera. Arthur, good morning. Gwe ennyimba empya zikubutula oba liri pazo tomuwulira? Liri pazo talinaawo naawe. Wadde maze emyaka 10 nga simba na liri pazo. Okola hit kyanjawulo, nyinza oba sikola hit. Liri pazo ayinza n'okuddamu n'akola oluyimba enkya ne lukola hit nze nga sinnakola. But bwekuba kuyimba ate simba na liri puzzle. You guys, I'm going to share a link of me doing Love You Every Day by Bebe Cool. Mujja kumanya. Nali nkyalina ne dread zange. I can sing when I decide to sing. Okuyimba ko. Hit zo zaagana. Hit zo zaagana. We fought with the hits refused. And that's when I decided that reggae cannot be stopped. But how are you, my people? Dark. It seems like it's going to rain in certain places. Maybe it's even raining in some other places. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And it's a Wednesday. It will be Lifestyle Wednesday. We'll be talking about lifestyle and all that. And then, of course, Random Cat Talk Thursday. And then Question Friday. And then Market Tuesday. Kugamba wiki ya fegera kubangeri engaging. And of course, since it's a new thing, I'd like for you guys to suggest what topics. Of course, we have to have a bias to cause what topics should we be discussing on lifestyle Wednesdays. Yeah, wish wish old model. Of course, right now I can't buy a wish old model. But right now, I think anybody that buys a car, if you have all the budget, you guys should be buying Valvematic cars. A person that has money to buy that Fielder, the one that is in front of us, your Fielder, for the guys that don't know, that's a Fielder like 2004, 2005. Yeah, I don't want to go beyond the speed limit, so I can't really get as close to it as I want. But there is that Fielder that came before the 2006, because the Fielders that most people are buying now started in 2006. Let's get up to 2000, I think 9. Then starting 2010, the new Fielder came. Yeah, so there is no reason why you're buying the old Wish when there is the new Wish. There is no reason why you're buying the old Pro Box when there is a new Pro Box. There is no reason why you're buying the old Fielder when the new Fielder is there. There is no reason why you're buying the Osege, right? Kati your Wish join that one. That's the Wish you should be buying. Yeah. So and also I'm thinking njagala kugezesa hari ya 13, the old model. I want to try it and see how exactly it consumes fuel. Eyo ngenda jigula. I'm going to buy it. I'm collecting my money. Njagala okugulira mama bani yeyagale hari ya 13. Agenda ajoge. The advantages of that hari ya 13 mbyogera ali wanaawulira. Sagala mulowooze nti mbyogera taliiwo. Ali wanaawulira. Iyo hari ya 13, it will limit her movements 1, 2, because kati amafuta getuteekamu tuba tugaposhoninga. Mama bani osobola ogenda ko wali kuduuka nodde ewaka. N'ogenda ko kati tuba tumulimitinze movements. But also, like all women, most women like big cars. I don't know why. That's how one way to boost their self-esteem. I don't know why they like big cars. But it's very, very hard to find a woman that likes a small car. As a matter of fact, Nathan, hari ya 13 jengenda okumwacha. Mafuta ndo banganga Sam. Mafuta nja kubanga Sam. Aberemo. Omanyi, the thing with the hari ya 13 is on the market is not very expensive. Munzia kusifuna nebo boji funye teba ya bei. The thing that happens with those the 3000cc Harrier is that the people that have them have kind of given up on them. They have packed them because of fuel. You get like the 3000cc Harrier would be for Mama Ban to drive and go to the shop and come back home, go to the market and come back home. Markets that are near ngabo tuba tulina ebyamagezi bye tugendamu ebititaka kwonona amafuta tuvuga buvitizi baffe. Then the other thing that happens with the Harrier, ere moroka ya Mama Ban tugenda okubanga twazika ba neighbor, the neighbors that come tata ban tusaba kutwazika ku motoka oba 13 avuga Harrier agenda tuke Masaka ngemunyodde emitwalo 4 najikomea tata ban the car has a problem. No, but for us we drive it has no problem. It consumed 400,000 into Masaka. Over you are driving badly. No, I was driving normally. Basanga ba neighbor tata ban takumma motoka naye moroka yabwa lwaki kali akatontaka ku anti ye katambuliramu. So anyone, if you have friends that over ask for cars, you get your money, buy a 3000cc vehicle, put it there. You can buy them a Kruger 3000cc, Harrier 3000cc, or you can buy one of those KZ cars, the TX but in petrol, at SAF petrol, put them there. Today we talk lifestyle, and this is part of the lifestyle change that we need to make. We need to be able to lend people cars, but lend people cars where they will not overspeed. Ngachimanyi wendi nyira kaliro ne kayitirira nga amafuta eyiwayo. Omwachari ya 13 ngayina kulinya mpola. Otherwise kachitegezo kutomera kuba kutono. Kati Mama Ban ndiro alitomero wa boda ngayina kulinya ko mpola bwekitegeera. But of course 13 era boboji, actually the other car you could buy for people Regius ogiraba 13 owo mumaze kugamba ye Mama Ban agenda kuba yeyagala naye bantu mwetomera nnyo kati laba spasio yiyo oba moroka wa boda no yagitomedde yo spasio agitomedde naye ayayayaya this is bad mukiraba that is bad wa boda nga aba atakubye nnyo it seems like it's not a boda kirabika moroka bagitomedde mabega moroka ndala oba moroka ndala yabadde eyisa irabika moroka ndala yabadde eyisa kati emoroka endala eyo mu kuyisa obango no yayingidde kubo n'aliyingira bubi kati bwayingire kubo n'aliyingira bubi ne bakola ki ne bamukuba kuba bamukuba side ya driver naye ate no kisoboka okuba nga it's a border that hit no naye border doesn't have that much power. What car could hit that car like that? Because the car has to be small because yakubiwa no bumper negiuza negira omupira negumalayo and that person was speeding yatomedeka spasi yakwe. That was real speeding. So guys, Wednesdays will be lifestyle Wednesdays. Nabagamba zinaku endala ebibuzo bye moroka mu temuleta bibuzo mulete kibozi. And like I say, lifestyle Wednesday the theme will be okutambuza ebigere envuga kiyenje because for me it's a lifestyle that I decided that nze sijja kuva mu motoka no matter what. Actually there is a time edda I think before the lockdown when natuka nengamba moroka njije osenza ngisteke mu business nga mama bane agamba gwe ojenga wane wakanga oyomba buli kiseera nga toyina motoka. That's what she used to tell me. She used to tell me when better see na motoka. There are times I would sell my car and I spend like 2 days nga sinafuna motoka. But those times nga mbera nyina chimudu sitegerekeka. And there are people like that nga balinganzi. Nga bwabata ina abamu ku masimu bwabata ina iPhone onyigire ensi yo nango oyinza okuloza bebagizi. Abamu ku bwabata ina Samsung onyiga wenna okitegeera. Kati nze I think when I don't have a car, at least mbera motoka nga guli awote gutegeereke kana ikasita guba gumotoka nga gutambula okitegeera. Ani gwe sinabuuzaako Paul banali ambadde sinakubuuzaako travel live vlog kanyimiri kampakingeko wano katono nsooke mbabuuze. Ani gwe nasembeyo kubuuza ani Shafik Lugemwa Tibita Fahad nakubuuziza Oza Mosantu Adrian Mugerwa abasajja batutiisanga nnuwa kumbe it's a good car. People now are giving testimonies. Thanks for the broadcast. Lwakuba ate etandise okulinnya beyo kyekyo no etandise okulinnya ebbeeyi. Good morning football tribe mama bani okutu ateze ate you have opened my eyes nange njagula kisaafu old model omukazi ajja kiwula okimuwa nga tasobola genda wabwe naga mukazi sajja teyangulira moroka. After there is a real estate company in Uganda with rent to own systems. You pay 1.2 insurance 640 per month for 10 years. What do you think of? I think that's a good thing. People are paying rent 800,000 per year per month. Kiba kikolera njagala bagulira ki progress kiteke awo buli asaba nkimuwe. By the way Kabali Moses will ship manage to pack it well. Omukazi yali avuga moroka manyo nga avuga Corolla. Good morning Council Patrick Asiku Sebogwawo Medi football tribe na yamazima 3000cc munno bato musse bwana ayagala okujoga muko ku weekend nga ajoga Gerald Sonko Saith Kagaba that's mortgage. Yes, say that's mortgage. I think it's okay. 640,000 per month is very good because if in the end you're going to own the house, what's wrong with you paying 10 years? You guys have to understand that people work for 20 years and they come out of employment when they have nothing. Nga tebuli mwezi abadde asasula rent emitwalo 8 million emu kitundu. People pay rent. Nze nava mu kupangisa nga nsasula emitwalo 2 aga rent. nemu okupangisa nze simanyi nti nkusobola. And somehow ebiseera ebisinga ne bwoba wazimba amaka ebiseera emu oyinza okusikwesanga you cannot do without renting, era olina okupangisayo somewhere okitegeera. But of course renting is not like it's evil, but I find that bwoba osobodde to rent to own, of course in Uganda they cannot be calling to mortgage. Every culture, every country has a way they term things. So for these people here, they'll call it rent to own. And I don't think anyone can fail to pay that money. Now the challenge is going to be the location. Nti enyumba zigenda kubeera gayaza ngate omuntu ayagala enyumba eyo akolera Lugazi for example. Kitegeeza enyumba eyo aba asobola okugikwata n'agulangule n'agisasula paka bwagimalayo nga mulimu abapangisa. Kati abapangisa bw'abasamu ne bamuwa ng'emitwalo 4 n'ayongerako 2 n'aba nga asasula emitwalo gyabwe 64 every month paka enyumba bweggwayo. Then bwali bufunye opportunity probably to give them transfer bamuze gayaza then natandika okugibeeramu. But it's a very good thing for 10 years. 630, that means you're paying 6.4 plus 1,280,000 shillings. That's 7, 8, is that it? 7 million 100 something, or 7,200,000 per year. So enyumba yogenda bogiguze about 72 or 73 million shillings. Bogata cause the first installment. That's a very fair system temara muntu ayina abaana. Because ideally abaana bali badde n'ekisenge ekyabwe nga n'abazadde balina ekisenge ekyabwe. So a 1-bedroom house is not enough for a family that has children. A 1-bedroom house is good for a bachelor. Like nga star chatana wasa. 1-bedroom house ebe mumala. Genda. Njala mbalaga abantu abapapa. Badde nyingidde kubo neera nakulaga nti asala bwati. Adde wano mukano kajjamu kati osala ofune muki. Okitegeera. But kati nze si kya papa ko kubo. Ekubo lino it can humble you. Ngolinga aba taxi akola line eyokubye naye nze atogo omutima sikyagulina kubanga nze abasirikale abamu banneesimba mbwe bayagala kundagako gwe athaweefulo wakabi nja kusuzaayo ebyo. Me I stay here nembeera mu line yange eno kajjamu ne kankwata neewala okubeera mu rangozi n'abasirusiru. Student digibanyumiza. Atenga football tribe omukyalo yo kawundo yo hari yeyo 13 njajjimu ejja kubeeri old model. Njajjimu 13 nga n'amafuta ngateekamu. It's supposed to be prompt. Of course there are more to that. That's like nyono gwe tugenda okublocking essaawa eno simanya mawuwa. You guys, did you hear the story ya Wizo? Waliwo ono guy gwe baadde bayita generational promoter. Mbwa ate kati yasasula Wizo bwagamba naye nga ate Wizo is saying I was not paid, but even that promoter is saying I used to send Wizo 2 million, 5 million, and probably Wizo thought I was just giving him money. Which take it. Then the promoter is also saying I also have loans. Which take it. And inflation is always factored in. But say I find that anyone that gives you a house at like 80 million, it's going to be a 1-bedroom house. 1 bedroom, it has an inside kitchen and probably 1 toilet. You get. There is no way you get more than 1 bedroom at 70 for a person that is also making profit. It's a condominium. It's hard. Like these guys are selling 2-bedroom houses at 130 and then 3-bedroom house at 190. You get. So, and normally I found people that say they build 3-bedroom house at 80 million. Where are you going to build a 3-bedroom house at 80 million shillings and finish it? The pineapple pickup, I've not seen it. Hey, Njitege the pineapple pickup. So, I nearly say this the mortgage thing. I'm looking for the comment. A travel life vlog. So you pay 1.2 million shillings insurance. Travel life vlog. The other thing that you have not understood, you're going to find yourself paying 1.2 million shillings for insurance every year. That's another thing, because insurance is paid annually. So you're going to pay 1.2 million shillings for insurance every year for 10 years. So it means you're going to spend 12 million on insurance. 12 million for the next 10 years. So you'll pay 12 million insurance, then you'll pay your 640 per month for 10 years. And then there must be some sort of like interest arrangement, I'm thinking. Because Amazima, as a person that has tried to build, I know that unless you have built very tiny rooms, because the tinier the room, the easier for you to build everything. Finishing is cheap. It takes less bricks. You get it. It takes less bricks. Finishing is cheap. Painting is cheap. The tiling is cheap. If a room is small, like 9 by 9 feet, and 9 by 9 feet, guys, is a small room. You get it. I find that if you want a spacious room, like you want your kids to have a bedroom where they can put a desk to, like a work table. Like my sons have a homework table where they do homework from. You want something where they can put a laptop and also do. Which my sons know computer better than what I knew in senior 1. You know, I started using computers in senior 5. You get it? But Abba knows how to search. Last time he was doing an assignment on one of the websites where they do assignments. He even knew how to cheat. So if you want a room where your kids can also have a work table, where they have a bed and they have space or where to roll them. So you're going to want to build at least a room that is like 13 by 13 feet. Ngatoka seko bathroom space. So the room itself should be 13 by 13 feet. Then ugateko another like 5 feet where you'll put bathroom and then wardrobe. So basically the room should be 18 feet by like 13 feet. You get it? 18 feet by 13 feet. That should be like a standard bedroom that has bathroom and bathroom and wardrobe. And I also find that it's a good thing that almost every room where the people that sleep in that room live in the house should have its own bathroom and toilet, so that you don't share a bathroom and toilet with the guests. You know, it's also a very good thing when your guests come and visit you, when they go to the bathroom and they spoil it, you know that senga gundi you know your toy. You know, senga can go and spoil the toilet and then now why it is omwana wa waka oyo abani oyo, but it's senga yakozesa to yabagenyi senga yajononye. Yeah, but mortgage is very good. Obayo rent to own. Mr. Antonio President, sir, is it in order for our Secretary General to always give examples which suit me alone? Nekati, I'm not a bachelor. I'm now seeing someone. Those sinamuulira. Tonamubera mu bulungi. Nekati go senior bachelor wano gwe tuyina mpozi ne Matembe Abdul Nasser. Good morning, Chikozi Stanley. Pade, after building a house and buying a finished house, which is better? I find Pade, normally I've seen people that buying a finished house saves money. Now yeah, I find that you building your own house when from the ground up is good. It not only saves you a lot of money, but it also gives you an experience that every man should go through. Me, I think that every man should go through the pain of building a house, the pride of building a house, which every man should. That's the one thing I think. Like when I built my first house in Kasangati, nakapota ko, and to the extent that some of the people that became my neighbors later thought I was a builder. I remember there is a time nasibire Kisuzo mu Moroka ku office nenzirayo no nespeyaki ewaka, and I found my neighbor nantwalako. My neighbor was a builder. Ngavuga primo nantwalako tuba tunyumya nga nena was manyi sente z'obuzimbi okitegeera nawe ebintu byaffe obimanya ogenda n'ogenda ku site. So I actually think he thought I was actually a builder. So because naberanga ku site nga nsomba omusenyu matafali bichi, I was a pure builder there, and that's an experience that I don't think I want my sons to not have. I want my sons to actually be there and feel it. Then also in Matuga, I was also there ngira nkola okitegeera, and people would not even
okujjako abanda banganga nzija nga nvuga emmotoka, the people that didn't see me in a car, kati bayinza kumanya nti nze nannyiniwo. And I find that that's an experience that me, personally, you don't have to do it anyone else, but me personally, I think it's an experience that it's good. Nze nabeeranga ku site ngambala n'amataffaali. Bino bye babba nze tebabba ku mataffaali ku site yange. Bwe gaba 10 nga tugabala paka 10. I remember there's a time a muzeyi, I sent a muzeyi for 1,000 bricks. He brought 600. We counted brick by brick, brick by brick. The muzeyi disappeared. The muzeyi disappeared. He left his driver there, the guy that was driving the bricks, and he said, "Send the mujasi wo you." So we paid the guys for 600 bricks. You get? Now we pay the driver, and then later on, the owners of the bricks where the muzeyi got the bricks came. And we told them, but we already paid these guys. So the muzeyi took the money, did not even give the brick owners. So for me, that was the practice. I would count the bricks. Because you can be there building a house and you think how building houses is too expensive. Every time they bring bricks, instead of bring 1,000, they bring 500. That's like taking 50% of your money for free. You get, and a lot of people are facing that. I remember in Kasangati there was a young man, a brother to the owner of the house, that was selling us cement at half the price. But pardon me, I think building is better. And of course, now for the people that believe in witchcraft, so many people do things in their foundations of their houses. You get, there are people that believe that, of course, and I find that if those things have any implication, then you want to build your own house from the foundation up, and you want to be there. I think the most important phase of building a house is the foundation. As the owner of the house, you need to be there. Basimo musingi nga woli, baguzimbe nga woli, bayiwe enkokoto y'omusengi nga woli, awo ne bw'otambulamu. Okitegera? Actually, they should lay the first 3 courses nga woli. After the foundation, they lay the first 3 courses nga woli, awo ne bw'otandika okugenda n'olekawo supervisor. But me, ebintu byange bye bazimba byonna babizimba wendi byonna, and I can tell you most of the mistakes that have been made because I wasn't there. You get, because I'm particular about what I want. There is a time we were talking with Mama Aban, like when we were starting to build that house, I sketched my plan on a piece of paper. She had no idea what I was going to do, so we built everything. She had no idea what I was going to do. So in the end, after we have built, then she started, Katwan, take a wardrobe, Katwani. And I told her, but I had all these things in plan. She said, why don't you listen to me? I said, but how am I listening to you now, when I wasn't listening to you when I was planning? You get? And then later on, she realized that, okay, I wasn't in the initial plan. Of course, now she makes some changes, but of course there are changes that people make in Gatibamanye. Like painting a house pink, interior of your house pink. Who paints the interior of your house pink? Yeah? Like putting those things that you buy permanent ones. And you are plain. And those are things that so anyway, pade, I find that it's better to build your own house. Football tribe because any car that gives muntu once anything 8 kilometers is on the high end. Yeah, it's on the high end. Ate the more kasimugulira ya kujoga mugulira ya kubana motoka jaine motoka bibiri wow. Other such contracts are signed at prevailing prices, but the contract is susceptible to change due to the effect of the dollar rate and inflation. No one can give you such a deal at a flat rate. Oh, that's something I hadn't noticed. Thank you, Sid. Instead of Costage, I think you'd rather buy a Pajero Exceed than falling in love. Pajero Exceed. Ngasi chaziraba na kukuba zila ikazona zafa. Now yeah, those houses are good. Now remembering the Jomai saga after 10 years, someone can turn against you. Still, people need to confirm if the titles for those houses are Milo land titles. That if you buy land in estates, you're buying lease. But of course, you get a title. And the title you can see if it's a private Milo or if it's a freehold, which take it, right? If Abba knows how to cheat the new or your chaliwa, their cheating is legal. By the way, Antonio, Urban cheats in their assignments. By in assignments, waka bamukolera ku internet, by in website gye bagenda, but somehow atekamu answer n'alaba nti nfu n'addayo emabega oba refreshing n'ateekamu entuufu agitegedde. Kati me I found it to be cheating, but their mother says it's okay. But me I found it to be cheating. Naye Arthur, to my exposure I've got abroad, people don't build big rooms munange. You doing those big houses, kuba those kids after they will grow, they will go. Let me tell you, Chigozi, inze mu lockdown inze ekasanga I had a small house. My bedrooms were 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10. I can never have a 10 by 10 room. Having owned a house where I have a 10, bobango pangisa, it's okay. And abroad, most people don't really build their houses. If you went abroad and saw people that built their own houses, they build big houses. The people that I've found that built their houses, they build big rooms. The people that live in small rooms, Stanley, are the people that found the houses already built. Like if you go to National Housing here and you buy a house, yeah, that house will not have big rooms and you have nothing to say about it because ogenda zisanga ziri wezityo. But for me, I've been to places where I saw people building their houses. Rooms were big, I can tell you. And in the lockdown, I had some of my sisters-in-law living with us, and we had small bedrooms. Now bedroom yontono toina wotura toina wokulira waka, so you have to come and sit in the sitting room. The other bedroom where my sisters-in-law were living, ngana yontono ngana oba ino okujja because bali ku campus, so they had to come and live somewhere. And ngana bo mu bedroom tebajjayo na yontono okisege kati nga mwena muli sitting room okola waka bali baraba TV bali kusimu bali abani bazanya. It was total chaos. So I decided that I would never actually build any small room. My guest bedroom, abagenyi bange bwe bagenda okubeera ya futi 13 ku 13 yote eri mu kinaabiro na toy, because there is a guest bedroom and bathroom that are in the general area. You get 13 by 13 feet. The urban's room, just the room, is 13 by 13, and then they have their own bathroom. They have a wardrobe in there. Why did I do that? Because I saw the experience during the lockdown that you'll have guests, for example, Stanley, and the guests want to be in the bedroom. Also during the lockdown, I realized that majority of the time we spend most of our times in the bedroom. I don't know if you guys have seen it. We spend most of our times in the bedroom. A deal tulitekako nyesi ya nemukole deal then nainga people never even be there in the sitting room. Fetwali mu lockdown ngateri aganabira mu deal. Everyone wants to be in the bedroom. My kids are going to be in the bedroom. They have their own computer there. They can sit and do whatever they want in their bedroom. Kati mu sitting room ani agenda obeerayo okujjako omuntu atali wawaka. The kids are going to have their own TV in their bedroom. I'm going to have a TV in my bedroom. Kati mu deal ogenda okwesanga mujjayo kusisinkana abagenyi muddeyo mu room zammwe. And that's where the world is going. Arthur, it's a 2-bedroom, living room, 1 toilet. 2-bedroom at 70. Iranga said Wagambi, it must be subject to inflation. There must be some sort of interest arrangement where you guys don't just get it like that. And yeah, 2-bedroom at 70 million, because that's purely 70 million. Which take it, right? And there must be these rooms of 10 by 10 feet. Ngaka room kastamu samwe ekitanda ekya futi mukaga ku mukaga mwina vira yo kuludda lumunga anko mobo yagamba. Which take it. So those houses like that, you can probably buy them or invest in real estate. That's what I find. And if you have like a 70 and you can buy the 2-bedroom house at once, no, you take a more pangsa, buy it. When you take a more pangsa, if they give you 400, that's about that's 4.8 every year. So if you get 4.8 every year, if you get 4.8 million every year, that means in 10 years you'll be getting 48 million. In 20 years you'll be getting 8 million. So send those in 20, but man, 70 million. What you say this? Why it's risk-free name, mama. 70 million is a good deal for a 2-bedroom house. It's a good deal. But of course now, you guys, is it a condominium? Travel Life Vlog, is it condominium or is it a standalone house? And do you share bills like sewage, security, rubbish, waste management. Do you share those bills, or it's a standalone house since you have your own septic tanker, you have your own rubbish waste disposal system? Atho okubye kitala sikubye kitala. But hey guys, amusirikale abaddewo mumulabye nze sikuba bitala. I'm a responsible citizen. Nze ate ntya abasirikale kati. Story ndigibanyumiza njagala esooka eyiteko ku mpewo. But I'll tell you the story. You'll be surprised I have editors. Mama Ban is one of the editors. Your story nalibadde nagibanyumiza dda, but bangamba njireke esooka eyiteko empewo, then I share the story. Sure, it's almost a sad story when falls become empty nesters, especially in our context where kids may live a bit far away from you, so they won't visit very often. True, every man in Africa needs that experience. Nga ononya ez'omusenyu oba cement, then you kusonda mpola building your own is better. Abaye ngende nga bali baganda bange obanze nsigale wano ndi musajja munaku. Pajero bitama are common nowadays. Like Mose. Weya. Good morning, Morad K. Momo. Says, I believe building your own house saves you money and buying saves you the stress. But the stress costs you, the saving of the stress costs you a lot of money. I like siege green in my house plus white. Me, I'm a pure white person. I want white. Tiles are white. The walls are white. Then you can mix, you can change color with the curtains, with the seats that you have in your house. You can play around with the colors, with other things, but pure white is good. Then you can let the madam choose all the other things. Akole kyayagala mbiri ebintu ebirala, curtains, pillows z'ennyumba, entebe, ebyo ebirala byonna I have no choice. But I find that white also gives you the advantage of seeing any blemish in the house. Ekiwuka ekitambulira ku kisenge, ebyo ebintu bwe bityo. But if your house is brown, most of the dangerous things are brown, so you can't see those things. And I also find that white shows when it's dirty, it's dirty. When it's clean, it's clean. That's the thing with white. Benadza. Hey. You guys, have you seen the Toyota IQ? IQ is there. It's a 4-seater, by the way. The Toyota IQ there. Kaka 4-seater akalimu engine nge ya Paso, but I find that the Paso engine is much more suited to be in that car than in the Paso. Morning, bro. Okay. Lubega Francis, good morning. Guys, sorry I came in late. 2-bedroom at 70 million. Where is it located? Kuba, it seems cheap. Yeah, it's a very good deal. 2-bedroom at 70. Ila 2-bedroom at 70 ngeri much for wobera ngosobo kisasula cash is where you. Because the 2-bedroom house wo wogizimbye ngozimbye standard 2-bedroom house would probably cost you but of course if I were to build a 2-bedroom house, me a master bedroom inokuba bathroom yayo. One of the reasons why some of you guys respect your parents is because you never saw them going to the toilet. Some of you mwamara kula ne mulioka mmanya nti ne bazadde bamwe bagenda mu toy. That's one of the reasons people respected their parents. Nti omuzadde nga yebuzabuza n'atambula bw'ati n'ayita mu nnimiro n'agenda ng'akuulakuula omuddoddo kumbe gy'agenda. Okitegeera, eh? That's how it was traditionally. But these days, parents share toilets openly. Vayo nyingire. Okitegeera. So that's why I believe a master bedroom must have its own bathroom. You must have your own washrooms in your master bedroom. You cannot be sharing a bathroom with everyone. Okitegeera. Ate mu abasajja mu abagenda ozimba amayumba. I saw there is a friend of mine yakikola n'engamba ye lwaki teyeebuuza. You cannot be sharing as a musajja omwami wa waka. You cannot be sharing the same with everyone else. Okitegeera. You can share with your wife, but you cannot be sharing the washrooms with everyone else in your own home. So if you have not yet built your house and you're planning to build Temokopa apartments, Temokopa apartments, you should find a way of building a house where your master bedroom has its own washroom. Okitegeera. So I find that a 2-bedroom house for me it would be much more favorable if it had 2 bathrooms, 2 washrooms as well. But if it has only 1 washroom, nze kiba tekigwa okujjako nga mpangisawo bupangisa oba nga njigulira bapangisa. It's a 50 by 50 space and the land title is shared. Different meters for bills. Yes, different meters for bills, but there are things that you normally share in condominium spaces: security, sewage system, waste management. Of course, waste management is okay to be shared, but sewage and all those, there are things that normally these guys will keep you prisoner to. Because they are managers. Because they are managers. Kati bo bekolera their stream of income as a company. Bakuguza nene basigala nga akasente kabo ino kasasula nga botakasasula, they can even force you to sell the property. Because obato kyasobola, you cannot manage the standard of living there. Kati okitegeera, so nga ate omuntu bwagula their 50 by 100, they can create a place where they dispose of rubbish, where they burn the things they need to burn. They can even create a garden place where they can plant stuff and stuff like that. You get it? So those are freedoms that us here in Uganda we still have, because when you buy your car land, you own your car land, you decide what to do. You can even decide to have a rubbish pit of 10 feet by 10 feet. No chisima na musura kasasiro. But there are countries where you don't have that freedom. Anyway, guys, Wednesday will be lifestyle Wednesday. And sinaba wakuba mbozi ya Noah. Jagala kusoma comments zino zimaliyo mba we mbozi ya Noah. Si mpamvu nnyo naye it's quite interesting. So but that mortgage arrangement is definitely the best thing. Katikamba nyumize mbozi zo comment esigadenge that, so I can't read them now. But so the Noah that we bought 2 days ago, 2 days ago, I didn't actually think we were going to buy that Noah with those people, because the initial engagement was an engagement that I find I don't like to have with people. I find that when someone calls me normally and they say, Arthur, what's your inspection fee? And I tell them my inspection fee is 450,000, and they tell me, but Arthur, I have 300,000. I find that then they don't know the value of the service that they are paying for. And so that was the first engagement I had with the people that bought the Noah, and I told them, unfortunately, I cannot do that inspection. Now, for me, it's also tempting to go and pick that kamani, but when I think that I'm going to get that kamani, peko makanika mvugeka mafuta, nga sagara kwete kamukemebwa. So I let them go. So we started talking like 3 days before. I think we talked on Saturday. The first engagement was Saturday, last Saturday, and I said I cannot be available. So they called me again on Monday. On Saturday, they called me like 3 times, and I said I cannot, unfortunately, do that. So they called me again on Monday morning, and they said, Arthur, what if we gave you 350,000? I said, sorry, I can't. They said, to call me and I told them, no, I can't. I really want to, but I can't. So I let it go. So then the gentleman, and there were 2. I think one is the mentor, and then the person that bought this car is someone else also. So the mentor calls me, and so the person that bought the car calls me in the morning and says, and I said, no, you guys, you can pick your own car. If you can't afford me, it's okay. And so then the mentor calls me and he says, Arthur, he has 1 car, but I've told him to get like 4 options, so that then when you go, you have a variety of cars to check. And I said, okay, but I've talked to him. He says he'll call me back. So after the mentor calls me, I'm putting the word mentor because the way the person was talking to me, it seemed like, you know how you have someone that is guiding you, yeah. And then the gentleman calls me later, like I think 2 hours later, and says, Arthur, kati ngenze mu bondi za njawulo mfunye moroka 3. Okay, mfunye moroka 3. I want you to come and look at them. And I told him, you know what, you've called me last minute, so please put the 50,000 booking on my phone, then I'll come. And like 10 minutes later, he had put the 50,000, so I called the mechanic up, and I go pick him, and then we go to the bond. Now, I've seen so many people talk about how you can get a cheap car in certain places. Let me just make this clear. Sometimes cheap things are very expensive, and I've been able to talk to some car dealers, some brokers, yeah, and even mechanics. Sometimes you'll go and buy a car that is very cheap, but then it will be very expensive. The things you have to add on that car to make it what you want might actually cost you a lot more. So the gentleman that bought that Nua is buying it for the transport business. Now, when someone says transport business, they're probably going to do Uber, or they're going to do special hire, or they're going to do tours and travel. So when we get to Nakawa, we saw about 3 cars that weren't really pleasant. And normally, when I find that someone has already been moving with the people, I don't want to seem like I'm killing their business. Yeah, but the cars that were there were not good. There was a particular Nua that was claimed to be the SI. But you know, when you look at a Kanga Bagamba, it's the highest trim. It's really not the highest trim. Which take it, right? It's not really the highest trim, and that's what happened there. So Netula, do you have another SI? Because this particular one wasn't really the SI, which take it. And then the rest they had were the X's, and this gentleman really wanted the SI, and he had seen an SI that was cheap. He was getting it at 34. Okay, but when we started looking at what makes the SI, he agreed that actually the other one wasn't really an SI. Which take it. And then, guys, I've told you time and again, when these guys are importing cars, there are people that import the lowest grade, and then there are people that import the good grade. Now, how do they know the grade? One, they check engines, they check gearboxes. The cars can have rust on the body, but they can also have rust under the car. They can have rust in the engine compartment, and probably can be covered by paint. There are places where you'll go and fool. Those people can be covering rust. Those are the cars jogendo vuga yake satu itandiko kurastinga. But jeba gamba obuziboji parking abweru. The problem is not that you're parking it outside. That car, before it came from Japan or from Dubai, it had its own rust. And then there are cars that are actually fixed. People that import cars from Dubai, I've seen in Biba. Nti Dubai moroka wano za raisi zimu za isemu amazi Dubai bakikira ddala. Dubai bakanika batetenkanya nti you'll buy a Dubai car osegera nga engine insibemu. And there are people that bring Dubai cars here ne bagideta ne bagikwatamu. You guys have seen bonds that have garages. Temuzira bangako nga moroka baleta bondi nenga balina ne garage. So they be fixing those cars. So we saw about 5 cars in that place, and then we went to another place where we saw there was six Nuas. So these people had about 3 SIs, and then there was one SI that was 47 million. There was one they said 43 million. Like the years are advanced, 2012 and all, and then, but we like this particular one. These are the 2012 Vichy, but this was actually better. If you look at the pictures properly, bumper eriko akabaraza, nina akabaraza kaliko chrome lining. It has a screen, one for passengers, like all SIs. But I saw SIs that didn't even have all those things. And then it has steering controls. There are so many people that have SIs that don't actually have steering controls. The interior, the leather seats, that not the leather seats that are sold in Chiseka market. You see, the leather seat covers that come with the car from Japan are actually better than the leather seats that come that you buy from here in Chiseka. They are totally different. So if you ever go to buy a car in a bond and you can get a car that has those leather seats that come with the car, the leather seat covers, go ahead and buy them. Buy that car. It will definitely give you better value. And of course, the Nua we bought had climate control both in front and the rear. There are so many Nuas that, yes, they have the AC vents, but the AC can only be controlled from the front. But this one had climate control for the passenger, the driver, and then the people behind. So it means you as a driver, you can have your cold temperature. And this is one of the challenges I'm finding with this particular car that I'm driving, is that if we have cold AC, we will all have cold AC. But there are times I'm seated in the car and my wife wants warmth and I want heat. Now, there are cars, some of the modern cars, the person in the passenger seat can get their heat, you can get your cold. So the newer, the driver will get their own temperature, the passenger their own temperature, the rear people can get their own temperature. That is something that is good for someone like that is going to use the car for like transport, business, tours and travel. So that's something that worked for it. It already had its own screen that also does video. It has Bluetooth. Of course, it's not as good as the Android radio, but it can work. And so the person started by saying it's 42 million shillings. We took the person down. So we eventually went back. We wanted to give this person 37 million shillings because there are other Noahs that were 37 million other places. And this person, first of all, stopped at 40, then 39 cash. Then we said, okay, we're going to pay you 39, but we give you 36 million now. So that's how we ended buying that Noah. I think the person actually got it today. If I'm not, or he will get it today if he didn't get it yesterday. Because it didn't have number plates, they had to process the number plates because that was the 2011. Yeah, so that's the Nua we bought, and I think it's one of the good buys. I'm happy with what we bought that day. Like I said, 2024, the worst buy was the Spacio. You remember the Spacio we bought at 25 million shillings? That was the worst buy, but it's because the person that called me for inspection is not the person that was buying. So the person that called me for inspection just wanted me to confirm that the Spacio is good so that they actually buy it, because the person that called me had their money inserted in there. But we got fielders which were definitely better buys. So I think that was the worst buy ever, the Spacio in 2024. So I'm going to rank the cars for you at the end of the year, the best buys, the worst buys, and we will be able to know. So tomorrow Lifestyle Wednesday. I'm sorry to say this. How do people buy a 30+ million car for transport business because of the time it's gonna be ride hailing or Uber stuff? Antikati Stanley, you'll find that some people are ye business ajimanyi. Like it's very hard for someone to invest 39 million in a car that nga business tajimanyi. Oli ateko okuba yabadde bavuga abasaba zebe nga bakola million nga billion mwezi. If someone is making 2 million shillings every month, that means that person is going to be making 24 million shillings every year. Chitegira in 2 years they would have made 48 million shillings, which is a very good business. And of course, about transport, they can do other business because they are self-employed. Let me go back. Football tribe, one, it's sad to believe, but true. You living in Busega, then the urbans will build in Jinja, and they take long seeing you cause they live far. You guys, me, when I build my house, I don't even think I'm going to live there for forever. If someone came to me and they say they're giving me money in my house today, I'll give it to them. If they give me the money, why? Sente zenta demo nyumba yange nzenga atha sizikwatanga konti za awamu zizo nzirina. Olibwa abampa sente zange na asasula n'omusolo gwa URA njimuwa, because every time you sell a property you're supposed to pay tax. So if someone gave me the money I invested in that house na asasula omusolo, I'll give it to them and I'll go somewhere else. Nze sesiba ku nyumba. If your kids move out of your house, sell it, go build a smaller house, or probably keep your money and travel the world, because kati ononyachi. Ochitegere? Or probably sell, because kati nyumba jozimbi sawe nga basobola okuwa million 10. My sons in 6 years will be done with primary school. Both of them. 7 years. In 7 years, will be done with primary school. And then in 6 years, they'll be done with high school. You get, and then they'll get out of my house. And when they get out of my house, they are gone. They'll start living in hostel as they go to school. And they'll be gone. Okitegeera. So kale bwe baba tebavudde waka bawe emyaka emirala ng'ena egy'okuva ewaka. So that means in 6 plus, that's 10. In like 17 years, a house that is worth 100 million now, in 17 years, it will be worth like 400 million. So I give you 400 million, go to a village somewhere, buy farmland or whatever. Me, I won't buy farmland, definitely. I don't even know what I'll do in my old age. It's like, give me 400 million, keep the money in insurance or buy some bonds somewhere, start traveling the world. Okitegeera, togula nyumba ng'omanyi ogenda gibeeramu lubeerera. Nedda ssebo. Togula nyumba ng'omanyi ogenda kubeera awo ofiira awo. Mbunga akula omuddo. Edwin, you guys don't know. Totubulidde Arthur estimation ya building a standard 2-bedroom house. Kambalemu ono kansooke mmaleyo comment. Arthur, tell me about Airbnb. Nze sibitegeera bulungi. Babadde bakuzeemu wano. And ina bwe ndabe ng'akuzza. Anthony agambye Solomon, Airbnb of more customized accommodations, usually for people who want to have a home feeling atmosphere and touch away from home. So yes, Solomon. So Airbnb is in full. I think it's bed and breakfast. So when you're traveling and you don't want to sleep in a hotel, but you want to live in a home, in a place that feels like home, you have a kitchen, you have a bathroom, you have a home setting. You can sit and watch TV, DSTV, and don't have the pressure, but you have some services like someone can come and clean for you and stuff like that. That's how Airbnb came. Like you share your home with people. Like Solomon, you can build a house, katinge ye wall, and nyumba no gamba, you have 4 bedrooms, a bedroom ebiringenda ziwa abagenyi. So they come and pay you. They pay 50,000, for example, per night, and they stay with you. And they buy food. Boba gule mmere yaabwe. It's like you can build a house, now take out guest wing. A guest wing demo Airbnb. So people come and pay for the rooms they need. They use the kitchen, they use the bathroom, you give them cleaning services. So that's how Airbnb came about. And there is an app for that, Solomon. You can download the Airbnb app. Kati abantu abagenda ngidda mu lodge tebakyagenda na muziroji bagenda mu Airbnb. Nasasula Airbnb amitwalo 8 nga they have like an entire house to themselves. Okitegeera. That kind of AC separation technology is good, yeah. Gustin Blues, good morning. Guys, nga bwe mbasiibula. Chiche senyonyodde. I find that if you're going to build a standard house, I personally find that every room goes in the standard. Bobo zimbye buli bu 10 feet by 10 feet. Buli room eyinza okumalako emiliyoni ng'otayirinze naki buli room eyinza okumalako emiliyoni nga 4 ku 5. Kitegeeza ng'ozimbye obulumu obutono, kitegeeza a 2 bedroom house, anti obala eddiiro n'obala kitchen kati bala eddiiro obala ne bedroom 2 ze miliyoni nga 15. Okitegeera ng'ozimbye obulumu obutono, because like I said, the costs go down. Tiling costs ojja kwesanga ng'obulumu bala miliyoni 6, bulumu obwo obutono obwo 10 feet by 10 feet, tiles ziyinza okumalako nga miliyoni 1.5. Kale nga 8,000. So bala 8 okitegeera, then nobala paint, kati roofing, kati ennyumba nkubalidde yakyo yikimu. Naye bw'oba ozimbye mwamba, of course kyeyongeramu, bw'ozimba box era kyeyongeramu. Kati era ennyumba nkubalidde nze mbaze cost gye nakozesa ewange eri ekasangati. Ate my house was small, we had only one entrance, nga oluggi lw'ekyuma oluliko eddirisa. But if you're going to put, now it also depends enzigi z'ogenda oteekamu, oba ogenda oteekamu aluminium, ne bwe ziba steel naye quality yazo. Then the plumbing you're going to put in there, and the furnishings you're going to put there. But right now, if you're going to be building a standard, all I know is that a standard 3-bedroom house eyinza okukumalako emiliyoni nga 10 nga 2. oba kale 10 bwoba ozimbye layisi nga ne sementi weekuba enjawulo wamu n'okola ensawo 6 eggaali ng'ekola ensawo eggaali 6 nsawo gaali 6 nsawo naye bwoba teweekubye enjawulo ekitono ennyo I think 100 million 100 to 120 for a standard 3 bedroom house ng'ogimaze ng'ogitaddeko fence okitegeera compound n'ogikola bala miliyoni nga 15 n'ogikola ebizungu nga tokoze bukozi kukola kwejjako. There are people that build houses nga azimbye ennyumba kwejjako naye ng'ozimbye ebintu ebirina pulaani nti wana ekkoona ligenda kuba bweriti okitegeera ng'ozimbye ennyumba erimu ne yinginiya amanyi okubala okukola kwegamba ennyumba eri standard 3 bedroom house eyinza okumalako like 120-150 million nga ne compound ogikoze bulungi buli kimu ng'okikoze nga n'amasanyalaze ezo nkubalire nga n'amasanyalaze gawedde amazzi otaddemu okitegeera okoze toilets okitegeera ng'okoze bintu bya mulembe nga tokoze kwejjako. There are people that build houses ezo ennyumba z'osanga n'oganze 3 bedroom miliyoni 6 oyo aba azimbye kwejjako naye aleme kufa nga tazimbye ennyumba okitegeera. It's like how I see people nakugamba athanze nvuze emmere omwaka mulamba tigenda mu garage nga lwaki togenda mu garage omwaka mulamba. What's the app called? It's you go to App Store and look for Airbnb. Stanley, that's a good idea. Wabla, do you know I've never come to think of it. Now it is sensible selling the city house and go live in rural areas as a retired. Yeah. Nze sesiba ku kintu nze nene moroko girabo lina ave nagamba atha sente zizo ngampita nze sirya nze emoroko zange si yakona magoba nyizo okuba ndi yake emitwalo nga 5 era nzigama naye ngamba zino ze nakasaamu mpamu emitwalo 5 nyongera mu emitwalo 5 nange mbenga ndiddeko okitegeera. But nze sesiba ku kintu ekintu kye nesibako yesimu because the phone is very important and you don't just sell a phone. Nebino ebintu ebirala byansi byakufa byakuleka. WAMV Technology had a house deco house design Arthur omukyala w'obundazi wa Mugoba. I'm trying to live healthy munange Augustine ani Tibita. I'm trying to live healthy. Sometimes I do intermittent fasting and sometimes when I come to office I only eat organic things, apples, bananas, eggs, only organic things. I'm trying to live very healthy. Njagala ndabe ku bazzukulu bange. And I realize that one way for me to see my bazzukulu is first of all do away with stress. I try kati nze ku office nyina n'omweso era butubeera okategula tawadde ne editor nga ali mu kozesa computer yange ali mu ku editinga student projects then nentula wansi ne some of the people tawadde tulina waka gwe tuva okushooting and we sat down ne tuzannya ku mweso. I am trying to kill stress a little bit. That's the one thing that kills Ugandans here. Bafa pressure, sukari, even stress. So stress, just a body. Then I try to eat healthy. I think I eat like 2 apples a day. I eat some bananas. I eat some eggs during the day. Then I try to eat before time. Kati obunda azobo already Dr. Jonathan yera tugambe buli unhealthy. Dr. Jonathan, by the way, agenda kujja tugenda mu hostinga kantekeyo post bana guys. I'm sorry I forget. Kamba sibule kati ntekeyo post ewemba gambira mutuwe ebibuzo bituwa tumubuuza. Muyombya Mark Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm Antonio Random Things VIP to see me Eddie Patrick Trio Poultry Farm John's Info Sereko Starch Brigitte Kakai Nathan Timothy Wodiana Paul Sema VIP Nathan Asimwe Elon, Chris Da Vinci, Nick Wabui, Kato Muhammad, Travel Live Vlog, Tibita Fahad, Shafiq, Lugemwa, Ozamo Santu, Edrin Lugemwa, yes, Edrin Mugerwa, Football Tribe, Paul Banaria, Kabali Moses, Council Patrick Asiku, Ude G, Sebugwao Medi, Gerald Sonko, Seth Kagaba, Chigozi Stanley, Andrew Subuga, Heath Moses, Winnie Muonge. Travel Live Vlog, just be careful with Ugandans. I hope you didn't forget those of chicken whatever, where people put their money. Mbuba Barundi de Nkoko. Of course, Lucky Mose, Morad K, Momo VIP, Bernard Zal, Lubega Francis, Chitumba Solomon, Trevor, Augustine Blues, Tibita Fahad, Hadak, The Whole House, WAMV Technology. That thing of organic food is not very clear. Solomon, you're a scientist. Kata gwe scientist go ali badde onsomesa ne organic food. Boss, is it okay to buy if it's old model? Yes, very okay. It's still a car. Solomon, organic food is me trying to eat food that has not been subject to heat. Organic food is food that is natural. And of course, guys, I eat a lot of meat. I eat a lot of chicken because I want to build muscle as well. But I try to eat a lot of organics because that's one of the goals. I want to sit there and of course doctor. I'll be a doctor. I want to be there and doctor nga bazukulu bange bajja nga doctor nemba gaba wanji bazukulu. Guys, I wish you a very lovely day. Tomorrow will be Random Cat Talk Thursday. May God bless you. Ciao.